Recently, one of my posts went viral on TikTok and I got over 14 million views, over 1.5 million likes, and a lot of new followers. So, what happened? I'm Serena Alfaro, the founder and designer of Nueva Lux. I started at the beginning of January 2020. And the beginning of this year, I quit my full-time six-figure job to focus on my jewelry business full-time. In the meantime, I decided to resurrect my YouTube channel and share more information about personal finance and entrepreneurship with you. So thank you for watching. Let's talk about TikTok. So most of the content I post on TikTok is about personal finance and entrepreneurship, a little bit of day in the life, and things about my dogs. And recently I saw a creative coach that I follow on TikTok say, you don't need to niche down your whole online presence just to match what your business is. And that really resonated with me because I shared something on TikTok that I typically would have shared on an Instagram story, where it's pretty casual and I didn't do a lot of production to create it. I was a little bit hesitant to post it because it wasn't like my typical content. And what I shared was a clip from one of my favorite comedy shows about small businesses, Nathan For You. And you're probably thinking, why would you post that? Well, I sometimes post things like that about business on my Instagram stories because a lot of people follow me that are interested in entrepreneurship, and I think that show is pretty funny. It's a reality comedy show where one person knows what he's doing is a joke, but nobody else does. I don't think it makes the small business owners look silly, but Nathan Fielder, the comedian whose show it is, ends up looking like an idiot in every episode, and it's super cringe, and to me it's really funny. I think it's either something you'll love or you hate. So when I first posted this short little snippet, it was just me filming my TV, and I edited down a little bit just so the parts I thought were funny would fit into the clip length that I had. I posted the TikTok, and then within an hour or so I looked at my phone and there was already over 20,000 views, which for me is not common because I have just a couple thousand followers. I went to sleep, woke up, and then I saw that my post was taken down for violating community guidelines. And I looked at the guidelines and said I violated, and I really didn't violate them. One of the violations is something about alcohol and minors, and the post that I shared was a bit where Nathan helps a liquor store owner garner more business by selling alcohol to minors, but the way he does it is he gives them a claim check like you would get at a dry cleaner's. So the minors go into the liquor store where there's a sign in front of the liquor store that says, we sell alcohol to minors. And the camera captures some kids getting like a 32 ounce of Miller High Life or something and going to check out at the counter where there's a big sign behind the register that says no refunds. The kids pay for their alcohol and Nathan doesn't let them actually take it. He's like, no, now you can come back and get this when you're 21, and writes them a little claim check. And obviously these teenagers are so disappointed because they thought they were going to be able to like party and drink. Obviously the liquor store where this took place is still open. I looked it up. It's super silly, and to me, it was really funny. So I posted that little clip. I was notified by TikTok that I violated the guidelines. I asked them to review again because no minors actually got alcohol or actually consumed alcohol. Anyway, I asked TikTok to review the guideline violation, and within a few hours my TikTok was back up. And let me tell you why I'm disappointed. It's a little bit disappointing when you spend months and months creating valuable content that's educational, and then something that takes you a few seconds to create goes viral. I'm not mad that I went viral, but it's kind of disappointing. This is my second time having a viral TikTok. The first one I had over, I think, 350,000 views, and it was a DIY about a dog bed, and it also took me like less than 2 minutes to make the TikTok, and it just grew out of control. So this clip from Nathan For You gets millions of views, right? It just starts blowing up. The next time I look at my TikTok, I have like thousands more followers, a bunch of engagements, a bunch of likes, a bunch of shares. And part of me was like, wow, I spent all this time trying to create valuable content for people, and when I share something that's not even my own content, I just nipped it down a little bit or clipped it down a little bit to edit it for the length of my TikTok, that blows up. I was happy to have more people looking at my page, but then a little bit disappointed because I've spent a lot of time trying to make valuable content on TikTok, and something that's so silly blows up. I feel like when I had my TikTok reviewed, somehow when it was approved, it got it into some ranking in the algorithm, just started getting it pushed like crazy because it was amassing views like I couldn't believe. I keep all the alerts off on social media for my phone, so by the time I looked at it again, I was like shocked to see, oh my gosh, I have like millions of views, well, not yeah, more than 1 million likes. It was going off like wildfire, and I was like, okay, so what do I do now? The last time I had a viral TikTok, I was like, do now I have to post dog bed DIYs every day? Because that was just like a one-off project that I ended up recreating again to share on TikTok and Pinterest, but I don't want to be a dog bed content creator. I do like doing DIYs and I do love my dogs, but that's just not what I want to share every day. What happened with my TikTok? I got thousands more followers, which is great. My engagement was going through the roof, and I was trying to think, okay, what do I do now? I did an introduction video, and then I just started making video responses to some of the comments I was receiving on the video. A few of them were like, this isn't even yours, which is pretty obvious. It's me filming my TV. I never said this is me or this is original. But a lot of the comments were funny, and I was able to film just short interactions with the commenters. And then those were getting more than 1,000 views, and then more than 100,000 views, and then a bunch of likes and a bunch of comments to those. One thing I will tell you is to save the comments that you want to respond to in video format as you're scrolling through them, because that increases engagement with your audience as well. Then I had a few more than 100,000 views, and that was really cool, but I don't want my page to just be reposting Comedy Central content from 2013 or whenever that show was on. So I did film a few more follow-ups with bits from Nathan For You because it's funny, and I asked people like, what was your favorite episode of this show? A lot of people had never heard of this show, and it's a show that me and my brother both like, and I had recently watched his new show, The Rehearsal, on HBO, and it made me want to rewatch Nathan For You just because I think Nathan Fielder's hilarious. So I responded to some of the comments I was getting, and then in the mix of responding to those, I would post like, hey, my name's Serena, I have a jewelry business, blah, blah, blah. So my followers were up, my engagement up, and then the third thing that's actually been the most beneficial is I started getting more emails for collaborations. And as you may already know, I do create content for other brands or filming content as a paid partnership or sponsorship that I'll post on my own feed for a fee as well. So my inbox started blowing up with collaborations opportunities. So that's another good thing that came from this TikTok going viral, as I got more opportunities into my inbox. And some of the responses I got to my posts were not necessarily about the content itself. They were like, where's your TV stand from? Tell me more about your dogs that are barking in the background and stuff like that. So I did end up being able to expand the responses I was creating that weren't just about the show. They were more about my lifestyle and my dogs and stuff like that. In the past few weeks, I've received a lot more opportunities. This TikTok is still getting a ton of engagement every day. That's growing my followers and obviously making my engagement look really good to other brands that want to collaborate with me. So don't be afraid. I say all that to say, don't be afraid to share a little bit outside of your niche on TikTok. I feel like this is not too far outside of my niche. It's still small business related in a way. And I am going to use some of the comments people responded to my post with to talk about actual business use cases and how you can do interesting marketing tactics. Going viral on TikTok has given me more opportunities to make more money, so I am grateful for that. Slightly disappointed that it was on content that wasn't something I spent so much, labor creating. Oh well, it's opened more doors for me and created some more opportunities. So don't give up on social media, no matter what platform you're focusing on. Instagram, I feel like, pushes content that's paid for ads more so than organic content. If you made it this far, please make sure to like, comment, or subscribe to my channel. I'd love to have you here and share more about entrepreneurship. Let me know if you're on TikTok in the comments, and let me know if you follow me. I basically got on TikTok for my personal page because I wanted to create a pretty nice page for Nueva Lux, my business, and I wasn't really sure how to use the app, and that's how I even ended up on TikTok. What I can say is if you feel like no one's seen what you're posting, don't give up. And I know that sounds hard. There was one point where I was posting 3 times a day for a month, And one of those was the dog bed DIY that went viral on TikTok. This just happened to be, I feel like, a fluke mixed with the fact that TikTok said I violated community guidelines. I really feel like that helped get more eyes on it. I have no way of verifying that. I haven't talked to anyone on TikTok, but it just feels a little bit too coincidental. Keep posting on TikTok. You never know which one of your posts is going to get people onto your page to see what kind of content you usually make. Hopefully that can help you, and you can follow me on TikTok if you want, Serena, period, Alfaro.